Hi guys, my name is Oliver Sanchez,
I'm Michelle Sonnell.
and we're the co-founders of Kestrel Agritech. And we are revolutioning the agriculture industry by reducing crop loss through artificial intelligence. So I don't know if you know this, but every crop that's grown in the world, we lose about 1/3 of it. We lose it mostly to pests and disease. This in the US alone transforms to over $14 billion in losses, which affects our food security, it affects food prices, and affects farmers' survivability. It also translates into insecticide use. I know in the US, for example, every year we spray over 100 billion, 1 billion pounds of insecticide each year. Just think about that. That obviously translates into a terrible environment for us, polluted soils and waterways. We knew we had to come up with a solution.
That's where this comes in place. So we're Kestrel Agritech. We use low-flying drones, thermal imaging, and a proprietary software algorithm to help farmers protect their crops from pests and diseases. So we're the #1 aerial crop protection service. What we do is 3 steps. We capture the drone through low-flying drone surveillance. We process the images, hundreds and thousands of hours of thermal imaging to give you insight, which is our 3rd step, which through the app, a farmer can gain simple insight, no data or no numbers for them to deal with. And we're starting registrations for 2019, so do talk to us about that as well. So just to recap, the 3 stages are capture, analyze, and notify. Our proprietary part is the image recognition and basically the early and accurate detection of pests and diseases. What's the value to the farmer, you ask, is threefold, right? The precise detection allows us to avoid the shotgun approach, where you just spray pesticides speculatively, pollute the waterways, as my friend was saying. You can reduce scouting costs, which is 1 person for every 10 acres in some farms, and minimize crop loss, which even a 1% variance in an average farm could mean $60,000 more to a farmer. So this could be the difference between bankruptcy and surviving till the next season, right? We estimate that we save about $170 per acre for every farmer. Just to tell you a little bit more about what our initial industry,
Yeah, so thanks, Michelle. So this whole thing started in Mexico. We were talking to some farmers in Mexico, and they were telling us about a specific pest called the pepper weevil. And this little tiny insect can destroy up to 50% of peppers grown in southern climates. This also affects the southern United States, like California, Georgia, and Florida. One of the characteristics of this weevil is that it lays its eggs inside the pepper, so it makes it difficult to counteract with insecticide. The market of peppers, just to get an idea, is around 800 million in the US, 1.5 billion in Mexico, and around 6 billion worldwide, with China being the largest producer. How we get to the farmer is something we actually learn on the way. We realized that reaching farmers directly would be hard, especially sitting here in Boston, actually in our office in Mass Challenge. So we're partnered with agriculture consultants and pest advisors. They have their relationships, they live in the community, they have the contact with the farmers. We sell also a protection suite as a service, where we fly weekly to capture the images. And we partner with drone service providers that provide the drones and the pilots. One thing we found also very quickly is that shipping drones to different parts of the country, especially in rural areas, will be extremely difficult. And at the end, we deliver the value to the farmers. We provide specific prescription for specific pests. Our ask today is follow us on social media. If any investors in the agtech business or in what we're doing, please share us information. And if you know of any farmers who might be interested in us, please let them know. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
2 questions? Sure.
How long does it take for the farmer to get the information back?
So right now we're testing flying once a week. So the information will be back fairly quickly, but it also obviously depends on how often we fly on the farm. So.
When you're looking for something like a pepper deal or whatever it's called, The drone actually looks for the bug itself and tells you how many bugs per.
Yeah, great question. So basically, we don't look for a 10 millimeter bug if that's what you're all thinking. So we look for changes in plant physiology. Just like us, when we have a fever, our thermal profile is different, right? So just like that, every single abiotic or biotic stress has a different damage profile. So we look for these damage profiles to tell you not only that you have damage, that what's the cause of the damage, what's the stage of the damage, and what you can do to contain the damage.
We're not looking for the beetle, we're looking at the damage on the plant level.
So you selectively then irradiate that area?
So what we do is we give you options, right? The option right now for the farmer is spray insecticide each week. Because by the time they figure out there's a pest, it's too late to do anything else. By allowing you to, by telling you where it is earlier on and specifically in what, in a very controlled area, you have multiple options. You can bag the plant, you could spray intensively in that one specific area, but you're not spraying the whole farm, right? And there's multiple options. So we actually just provide you multiple options for control.
Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.